Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 60th. What
the
fuck?
came out of your mouth?
The 60th
There you go.
episode of J&L Sports Show. I am joined by, of course,
Noah Marks
and
Luke Holman.
Isaac is still here being our fact checker and time manager, I guess.
Something like
Something
that.
like
I
that.
don't know.
Got a lot of things to talk about. The Red Sox, not just the Red Sox. Baseball season as a whole is in full swing.
Yep.
Ooh, that was a pun that didn't mean to be a pun.
That's-
Wasn't as bad as the Heat one. Don't try to fucking blow it out of proportion. The Final Four happened, and the championship games happened, and they were pretty fucking good. The UCLA game versus Gonzaga game was absolutely. It was almost a privilege to fucking watch that game.
It was wild.
It was wild, and then of course, it ended with a insane overtime buzzer beater. I'll let you talk about it because I'm sure you know way more about the two games than I have. I didn't even really watch much of the championship game yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, championship was just. I mean, Baylor had it.
They stomped them.
I mean, it was tough. But the Final Four, UCLA versus Gonzaga, was by far the best game of the tournament.
90-93 is insane for college basketball.
Yeah, correct. That is. I mean,
Granted, they did go into overtime, so that obviously added it. But that's still.
They were back and forth, like all game.
Yeah.
Like it was. I think it was a 1-point game at halftime, and UCLA. They gave Gonzaga a run for their money.
And I don't think anyone expected them to be.
Yeah, no.
As
I mean,
good as they
considering up to that point, Gonzaga had beaten every team that they faced by at least 16
I was going to say, not
points.
just being fucking
the fact
shit stomped.
decimated.
Yeah, the fact that game was as close as it was a little
Johnny
concerning.
Juzang is disgusting. I don't know what year he's in, but he's not a senior, so he'll be on UCLA again next year. But yeah, Jalen Suggs, insane fucking buzzer beater. Johnny Juzang missed the fucking layup, got his own rebound, put it back in with like 3.5 seconds left, and then before anyone knew it, Gonzaga inbound the basketball, ran down the court. Jalen Suggs,
What a fucking shot.
just launched it up off the backboard and in at the buzzer. Wild game. It was amazing to watch.
All of the fan cams that we've seen now of like fucking
UCLA bettors,
bro,
watching their souls just
holy shit! Did you see the
exit
one
their
at the
body.
bar in wherever UCLA? There is.
I think so, yeah.
Bro, everyone in their minds when they you don't none of the cameras even are looking at the game because when the layup went, they all turned their cameras and they were like, "Oh my god!" And then all of a sudden you see their face like.
Yeah, because
what?
It happened so quickly. Like everybody was
they
celebrating.
balled it in
they
so
looked
fast.
Away, they looked away to celebrate with everyone else, and by the time they looked back at the TV, the fucking ball was going in the hoop at the other end at the buzzer. And you're like, wait a second, what the fuck just happened?
Quite unfortunate end for UCLA,
Because,
but I mean,
yeah,
there's nothing more they could have done.
Yeah,
really,
I mean,
they played their asses off.
they did. I mean, it was a fantastic game.
Yeah, I mean, almost a perfect offensive game.
Yeah.
For it to be 90-93 in college basketball, that's fucking insane.
Great game. Absolutely, it was great to watch. Loved it. I watched.
And then
I didn't see the first half, but I saw most of the second half and then all of OT.
Yeah, and then the other half of that Final Four, Baylor just kind of
back and forth,
just kind of won.
Yeah, Baylor had the game against Houston pretty much the entire way.
Yeah.
Houston had a hell of a season. They had a pretty good squad. First time making it to the Final Four since like the mid-'80s. But Baylor took charge throughout the tournament. They certainly didn't have like mega blowouts like Gonzaga did throughout the tournament, but they took care of every team they faced by quite a bit.
I mean, they won.
They are the champions. So,
and they were the team that beat Hartford in the first round. So, to be fair, Hartford is almost on the level of Gonzaga if we're basing it off of final scores.
That is true.
Perfect.
And UConn, we were talking about it a bit as we were finishing up recording.
Women's Final Four now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they kind of.
No, I was just pointing out that we're switching topics.
They got it down to 5 with like 30 seconds left.
They got it down to 5 a couple times now.
Yeah.
All right, it wasn't just those couple.
Well, yeah, I know.
There was a couple 2-3 times where I was like, "Oh,
it.
it's only a 5-point game," and then it was 10.
Yeah,
just like that.
That's the 4th straight year that they lost in the Final Four.
UConn's head coach Gino is 11-0 in national championships.
Yep,
and he's 11-10 now
in Final Fours.
That's wild.
Wild.
Insane.
That is such an not even unfortunate, because obviously not everyone gets to the Final Four,
Right,
but
yeah.
to be so close so many different times.
Yeah, but I mean, to reach the Final Four 21
Yeah,
different
correct.
times in
Yeah.
your career is
Very good.
pretty damn good.
But this was an upset. I mean, UConn did not come out like they have been. Arizona came out shooting threes whenever the fuck they wanted.
Oh my god,
They
they
were-
were splashing from everywhere. They were
Ridiculous.
from like 5 feet behind the 3-point line. Their defense was on point. They really disrupted UConn's game and took care of business.
Yeah, it was.
And
It was bad.
They
It was
came-
really bad for
they
UConn.
came close to beating Stanford and the women's championship on Sunday. Came down to the last shot. They only lost by 1. The last shot attempt was
Possibly. Listen, I'm not a basketball athlete, so I'll let you judge the
Yeah.
last shot because you played
Listen.
basketball. So there you go.
She was covered pretty heavily. I mean, granted, there were wasn't a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you
Putting
got
the ball in the hands of your best scorer is what you want to do.
you also got to think in those situations, kind of like the game before that from the girl who tried to lay it up really fast and she threw like a really bad off balance.
Yeah.
You got to think time seconds run way faster in our head than we think.
Yeah.
Like 1 second is way longer than people think it is. And so I think that, especially under pressure that much,
Correct.
she didn't have time to look at. Even if she did have time to look at the clock, there were
Yeah.
17 people around her.
Yeah, she was covered pretty heavily. She just
100%
threw up a Hail Mary and hoped it went in, but
probably should have
Stanford.
hit the wide open corner.
well,
The girl
Yeah,
was driving to the hoop.
hindsight is
Would've-
2020.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
But
Great
I mean-
national championships on both sides, or
Yeah.
great March Madness tournaments on both sides.
Yeah.
Not even just national championships. Very excited we got to have it this year. It was
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
unfortunate last year. I think
Agree.
both of these tournaments made up for
Oh, yeah.
last year. They were both incredibly
I mean,
fun
we
to
had-
watch.
in
I
the men's,
gained an addiction
yeah,
during
we
that
did.
scene.
We did take on gambling.
No,
I mean, in the men's tournament, there was just a ridiculous amount of upsets.
Yeah,
It was
very early.
insane. Very early too. And even in the women's, there are quite a few upsets that usually don't happen, because as we've said before, the skill level between the top teams in the women's college basketball versus those in the lower seeded, the skill level is the skill gap is pretty wide. But Baylor, they won their first championship in school history, and Stanford won their first one since the 90s.
Love to see it.
It's good to see
new faces.
new faces at the top.
Definitely. And that goes for all sports at all
Yeah,
times. You
yeah.
always love to see, unless you're a Steelers fan and you don't want to see the Browns in a divisional round.
Yeah,
But
or if you're like us Patriots fans, then you do want to see Patriots up there every other year.
correct.
But yeah, the all tournament team for the men's: Jared Butler and Davion Mitchell from Baylor, and then Gonzaga had 2: Jalen Suggs and Drew Timme, and then Johnny Juzang from UCLA.
It is funny that they just picked 4 people from the. I get that there's a reason they're in the national tournament,
it makes
Yeah.
sense.
but it is funny that
I mean, all of them had phenomenal tournaments to make it as far as they did. Jared Butler won Most Outstanding Player for the
Ananobi
championship game.
and Harrell were just ejected from the Lakers and Raptors game because there was a fight.
Ananobi and who?
Someone Harrell. That's all it said. The last name.
Oh,
just said Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, there it is. Montrezl. It did not say that before.
And also something that I found out: Jalen Suggs from Gonzaga, also a pretty damn good quarterback as well.
yeah, I saw that.
He's the only person in Minnesota history to win the state's Mr. Basketball and Mr.
Did you
Football
watch
awards
his
in the same
highlights?
season. I saw some. Yeah,
Disgusting.
he was a 4-star dual threat QB that won a state championship.
He's like what
in
LeBron
football,
fans
and then
claim
a 5-star
LeBron was in
basketball.
football. You know how
Yeah.
LeBron fans are like, oh, he could have easily done fine in the MLB. Or in the NFL. Holy balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the
I
NFL.
mean, LeBron did. He was one of the best receivers in his state for high school football. So
where did he go? Where did he grow up?
Akron. Yeah.
Colorado.
No, Ohio.
Ohio. Ohio was a pretty big
Yeah, because
football state.
literally anytime anybody asks him,
Yeah, but even but
I'm just a small kid from Akron.
high school and yeah, he does say that. High school
Is it
and
Akron because I'm gonna feel really stupid if it's not. It's something along the line.
yeah, I think you're
I
right.
think it's pronounced Akron.
Yeah, I think
it's
you're right.
pronounced Akron.
But yeah, I mean, Suggs is a fucking beast.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
correct. He could have Could win the football or basketball.
I mean, yeah, and
Obviously,
if he
basketball
wants
works
to
out.
go to football, he could easily go to the Houston Texans because it seems like they're having some legal troubles here once again. I feel like every show we have to talk about Deshaun Watson, but it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Every week, more and more is coming out. Finally, one of the women that was classified as Jane Doe got to talk. She said, "I got into massage therapy to heal people, to heal their minds and bodies, to bring peace to their souls. Deshaun Watson has robbed me of that. He took that away from me. He tainted a profession in which I took enormous pride in. I suffer from panic attacks, anxiety, and depression." And then I know that she went on at one point to say that she can't even do her job anymore without her hand shaking. The fact that people are still defending Deshaun Watson after this girl you have seen that she has quit her job.
Yeah.
She no longer does massages.
Yeah.
After meeting with Deshaun Watson, there's a reason she quit, right? And it doesn't look good for Deshaun.
Not looking good for Deshaun.
No,
Watson.
and the NFL released a statement said the allegations are deeply disturbing and we take these issues very seriously. Immediately following the news of the first allegations last month, we started an investigation. We are continuing to monitor all developments in this matter. They also have reached out to the attorney that is representing all of these women and said that they want to interview them if they are willing to. Another text message picture for Deshaun Watson has come out where he found a picture of a girl on Instagram. He's like ordering a masseuse basically from
Yeah, he was picking which masseuse he wanted from a parlor.
Yeah, but he didn't pick a certain masseuse.
Yeah,
he found a girl on Instagram of a body type that he wanted,
Yeah.
and he said something like this would be nice.
Yeah.
The wording "something like he's buying a fucking couch"
Yeah.
is disturbing as shit to see that.
Yeah.
I think their massage parlors in general are, I think, have a terrible rap for certain things. I think a lot of them are run very similar to, what is it called? Very similar to pimps, and I think that happens a lot. Not that I'm saying all masseuses are.
Right.
We know a lot of massage parlors are that. Doesn't give Deshaun Watson an excuse to invite private masseuses.
Yeah.
There are massage parlors. We know you can hit up Robert Kraft. There are massage parlors that will do stuff for you. For him to, I mean, either way, it's illegal, so you can't even say that he's looking for. We have one the massage parlor over here, fucking over by Duncan near my high school.
I don't know.
Do you know the one I'm talking about near Kalen's job?
I think so.
Yeah, that's shut down now.
It's in the.
Oh, it is?
It's in that same plaza.
Yeah, dude, there have been people that have gone over to get food and have been there's one dude who was like, man, they really know what they're doing over there. And I was like, and my girlfriend was like, what?
Yeah. Well,
What are you saying?
Yeah.
But that's so that those exist for sure. They're not good, but they exist.
Yeah.
But for him to just be like he's picking a couch out at fucking something like this.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Disturbing. But hopefully that comes out soon. The people that are defending him online so quickly, I wouldn't brand him guilty or innocent yet. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good for that quarterback. A quarterback it is looking up for is Sam Darnold. He has been traded to the Carolina Panthers, and I am very excited for Sam Darnold.
The man, he threw a party.
He did.
He had a
going
party.
away party or a welcoming party, I
Yeah.
guess. But I feel like Sam Darnold is so young, and he's never been given
he has weapons now.
Yeah, and he's never had a team.
Yeah.
This Mark Sanchez said on an interview that one of his biggest problems in the Jets is that he gets his legacy is tainted a lot by the fact that he threw so many interceptions because he had to force passes. The Jets organization, the only way Sam Darnold was winning those 2 games that he won last year is if he forced passes.
Yeah.
They had no O-line. They had no separation. At that point, you can't throw the ball away every time. And it sucks because when you're in that position, then it comes, okay, well, this dude's a bad decision maker.
Yeah.
But he's not. The Jets just refuse to help him out. They got him a 33-year-old Demaryius Thomas one year and goes, here's your number 1. He won a Super Bowl a couple fucking years ago. He's 33 now, guys.
Yep.
He just wasn't what he used to be. But I'm excited for the Panthers and for Sam Darnold. This almost
he's
confirms
also back with Robbie Anderson now.
Yeah, correct. The Jets are getting obviously a quarterback now, Zach Wilson or Justin Fields or Trey Lance. I've heard a lot of good things about Justin Fields lately. I don't know who's going second. I really don't know.
I don't know, man.
It's going to be interesting to see where the Jets
It's going
go.
to come down to when the pick happens, I guess.
Now that Zach Wilson has all of this hype, is it wrong for the Jets to go somewhere else? They're really in a lose-lose here. And I mean, unless they turn out to be good. But if they go to Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson's bad, it's going to be, how the fuck did you guys not pick Justin Fields? He's been promised for 3 years. But if they go to Justin Fields, and Zach Wilson's good and Fields is bad, it's going to be, how the fuck did you guys not listen to the hype around him, how good he is? They're in a tough spot with a very good pick. But they need to do... Is it not clear to the Jets yet that maybe quarterback isn't what they have to... Isn't the issue they have to fix? Might be everything else with the team?
Hasn't really clicked with them.
I mean, granted, new head coach, it could just be something that they're not ready for. You know, they don't want... or maybe, what is his name? Robert
Saleh.
Saleh, yeah.
Yeah.
He could be that Darnold doesn't fit in his scheme. But I want to say the GM posted something today. Yes, the Jets GM Joe Douglas said, I want to publicly acknowledge the commitment, dedication, and professionalism Sam displayed while with the Jets. He is a tough-minded, talented football player whose NFL story has not yet been written. While all these things are true, this move is in a short and long-term best interest for both this team and him. We thank Sam for all of his work on behalf of the organization and wish him well as his continues his career. And then he went on to say later on in the press conference that they were okay with sticking with Sam Darnold if they didn't have the number 2 pick. They said if they had the number 3 or 4, they'd stick with Sam Darnold. So they must really like either Zach Wilson or Justin Fields.
Yeah, one of them is definitely on their eye.
One of those two is their highest one, which shit happens. This opens what's now for Teddy Bridgewater, because he had a massive contract, didn't he? Wasn't his deal decently big last year?
I don't remember, but they did.
It wasn't massive, but it was big. It was way big for someone who was just a backup the year following.
Yeah.
They were already trying to get what's his face, Matthew Stafford earlier in the offseason.
Yep.
So they obviously.
Now they
have
sound
Darnold,
like shit.
so
Let me just say that because I've been clearing my throat. Like, if I sound like shit, I'm not sick. I had my vaccine. That's why I feel like shit. And you have yours Sunday. It's not bad. I've only had the first one. I know the second one is supposed to be the bad one, but my arm is sore as shit. But that's really it, and I'm tired. But yeah, so that's why I sound like balls.
Cool.
Did you guys watch Jeopardy yesterday?
I
No.
did not watch it.
Did not.
So I watched a bunch of highlights from it just because I love Aaron Rodgers so much, and this dude basically just threw away $9,000 for a meme, and that's.
Well, did he know he probably didn't know the answer to the question.
I guess, but it was fucking hysterical.
I mean, it was
It
hysterical.
was great. I don't even remember what the question was, but fucking so Aaron Rodgers was filled in for Jeopardy, and also, not to scare Green Bay fans or anything, he seemed to be having
Quite the time
as a Jeopardy host. More fun than I've seen out of this man on national television in years, quite possibly.
Yeah.
He also said that he would love to do Jeopardy full time after his NFL career. So, who knows? Maybe he calls the career a little early. Yeah, I know he said that he could do it at the same time, but like, it's also one of those things where the team kind of has to decide if he's allowed to. Teams have, like, because he's under contract.
Considering
that
how
would be mad funny.
how
If the Green Bay Packers, no, you cannot. You can't host
considering
Jeopardy.
How shaky
The
that it
relationship
seems
is
like
already-
That's
the
what I'm saying.
relationship
It
is,
could
the
possibly not
Packers
be that.
Should not try to fucking stop him
They
from
should
doing
just-
something.
But
Say
because of
if
how
you
shaky
wanna.
their relationship is, they very well could do that.
Yeah,
Just
but
because
that
they're
would-
assholes.
Yeah, but that would fuck up the relationship.
I get it. No,
worse,
I'm with
so
you.
why would they?
Because they're douchebags. They don't have an owner.
That's true.
They don't
did-
have an owner. They
they
literally
did-
don't have an owner.
They did re-sign Kevin King.
They did re-sign Kevin King. That might have pushed him into Jeopardy, actually. It's like, I'm done with this shit. But, yeah, so a question was asked, and he said, some dude wrote, who wanted to kick the field goal? Of course, talking about the NFC Championship game where I think they were down 10? They were down 8, and they went for it, so they would have needed the field goal anyway. Damn, they were down 8?
Yeah, it was
Why didn't they go for the field goal? No, the field goal.
Yeah,
They
why
should have.
did
They should have.
go for the
Yeah, they
field
went
goals?
for the touchdown.
No.
I thought they were down by 10 at one point and
No,
decided to go for it.
They were down by 8.
Oh, and they kicked it instead of... Okay, yeah, this was like...
Why?
No, I know.
he's
I
asking
thought
the question.
I thought
Josh,
this was the other one, because earlier in the game, they were down by more, and they went for it on 4th instead of kicking the field goal. So I thought that one was that I was talking about.
Josh.
No, I get that now. I got it now. What was the how far away was it too? It was and goal, right? It was 4th and goal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. And it was because it was 3rd down. He didn't run the ball in the end zone, which he probably could have. It was tough.
Tough situation.
It was a tough situation
sure.
for the Packers. Hilarious on Jeopardy. He did great. I'm sure he'll do it again. Good for him. You know, it's good to see Aaron Rodgers happy.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. It's been such a long time. Poor fucking Aaron Rodgers. I'll let you read this because this is a disgraceful comment. This is
wild.
disgusting.
Like, okay, I like Dusty Baker, but he's he's put in a bad situation because he kind of has to he didn't have to deal. Okay, so it's about the Astros actually getting criticism from away team fans like for the first time because they didn't experience that last year, and it would have been like if this season happened last season, it would have been
way worse.
absolutely
Yeah,
it would have been
worse.
way
There would have been
worse.
literal trash cans
Yeah,
being thrown.
yeah. Wait till we're still early in the season. Wait till the Astros go to like Yankee Stadium or something.
Yeah.
They're gonna get absolutely. It's gonna be awful.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
But they've played in L.A. the Angel Stadium, and it was a night or two ago.
Before we get again,
Before we-
I think we can all agree they shouldn't be beaming their players anymore. I think I think we're
that's
I think
over
we're
now.
past
They've
that.
already-
Okay, so we're all agreeing
They
that
did.
I think they're past that. This, however, is fucking hysterical. Go ahead.
Yeah. So during the game, I don't know how someone got an inflatable trash can, but
Actually, I saw a video on TikTok
Of the person that was drawing it, right?
It was originally an inflatable Coors Light.
Yeah, it was like
thing,
a Coors
and
Light
they
inflatable
They
thing.
painted over it.
They
as a trash
took
can.
the Coors
Oh.
Light sticker off and
Yeah.
I sent it to you, but so I imagine it wasn't inflated when he took it into the stadium, and I'm sure he was
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
for fucking 3 innings.
so
Yeah.
yep, it ended up on the field, caused a distraction. They had to get it off, but Dusty, I don't know. I mean, you can't. I don't know. Dusty Baker's quote after the amount of booing, and I mean the inflatable trash
I'm going to
can
stop
being
you after
thrown
the
on
first
field.
line. Go ahead and just say the
Yes.
first line.
He said, "It's a sad situation for America."
We're in the middle of a pan-fucking-demic, okay? There was almost a civil war 3 months ago, and a dude throwing an inflatable trash can into a fucking thing is a sad situation for America.
It's
Go
a
ahead.
sad situation for America to me when you hear things. I mean, what are the kids supposed to think in the stands? And some of them are I can't speak English, and some of them are kids that are following their parents. It's sad to me. People make mistakes. We paid for ours, and I wish they'd leave it alone.
One,
Did you pay for yours?
that's what I was going
You
to say.
didn't.
Did they pay for
Because-
theirs?
No,
And two,
no.
there's literal fist fights at these MLB games. I've seen it. I've seen live people fucking
I've seen
throwing
it.
hands.
I've seen it
Okay?
in front of in person.
Yeah, fans fighting. I'm not even talking about in the game.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about
Fans
just
fighting
straight
as well.
fans fist fighting.
I saw
You
a dude
saw it-
get fucking knocked out.
You
in
saw
the
it right
stands.
after
Right after
the actual fight, right? Because then
right
the Red
after
Sox.
Joe Kelly fucking
Yeah, exactly. I forgot you were at that game. He was at the
Yeah.
Joe Kelly game, and
Love Joe Kelly.
I remember you saying like, "Holy shit, there was a fight there," and then you were like, "Yo, they're just fighting in the stands too."
Yeah, so
There
just
is
fucking-
literal fist fights, drunken idiots at the MLB games. I promise the kids are not scarred from an inflatable trash can.
Yeah, no. It's like, come on.
And
now.
teams are gonna boo you for that. You can't, in terms of like
Also,
getting heckled and stuff like that. That happens at
Well,
every
yeah, that
stadium.
happens regardless.
Right.
If you
whether
do something
cheat or not.
wrong, especially like that, you're gonna get heckled.
Also, are Astros making more fucking tickets off sales because people want to go to their games to fuck with them?
Probably.
Like, I feel like that's a
be that,
real
yeah.
thing.
Probably.
Like, I'd go just to fuck, like, just to yell at the Astros. I feel like it'd be way more fun than just going to a random baseball game.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
probably,
in Houston, they're allowed full capacity. So
That's fucking insane. Which we'll talk about the Texas game.
Yeah, because
Holy
Texas as a whole are allowed
Shit,
full
did
capacity.
that look weird.
That's what Houston's gonna look like.
It looked fucking insane. You saw it too. The dude hit the home run and it got the full view of the stadium. I was like, oh, and not even is it packed. There is
that is
no-
a brand new stadium.
There
It's
is
the first year.
zero mask on in that
Yeah.
stadium. Not
Yeah.
one person is wearing. People have
This is
them on
the
their
first-
ears,
this is
but
the
not
first-
one of them is
Yeah,
across
Josh,
their face.
this is the first or second year that. I don't remember if Arlington Park was a thing that existed last year. If this is the first year that it existed, but the Rangers got a brand new ballpark, so
Good.
That's
But
why
either
it's
way.
absolutely full because they're allowing it and fans are going to want to go to them.
And
Not that
there are a lot of
the Rangers are very good, but just the fact that they haven't been.
There are a
allowed
lot
to.
of people that are like, "Oh, this is so refreshing to see," and like it was partially refreshing, but also at
Yeah.
the same time, we're not ready for it.
Yeah.
It would be refreshing to see if it was the right time.
Yeah.
It is not the right time currently.
No.
COVID cases are actually rising right now.
Correct.
Good job, Texas. Thanks, Texas.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but you know.
Yeah, so there's a guy. His name is Yerman Mercedes. I did not know of his existence until a couple days ago. So he started the season going 8 for 8, being the first player to do so since 1900. And I mean, at the time of this stat, he was hitting 889, and I think I will live check exactly what he did today.
Yeah.
But
So he's the first player to start a season with 8 consecutive hits.
Oh, what a fucking tag!
In 121 years.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a long fucking time.
he's also the first person to do that where pitchers are throwing more than 70 miles per hour.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That could have been a fucked up stat. I don't know how much they were throwing in the
I don't
1900s,
know.
but I don't know if it was over 80.
Either way.
he's
121 years.
Very
12,
good.
12 for 18 on the season with a home run, 6 RBIs.
So 666
what you wanna see.
to start the season.
Yep.
Pretty solid. Pretty good.
But it's just the fact that he's just he's a catcher and DH and stuff, and he's 28, and he kind of just randomly made the roster, and then wasn't supposed to be. I don't even think he played. I don't know if he played on opening day. I don't think he did, and then all of a sudden he just
I don't know. No, I think he did.
did he?
Yeah, because
Yeah, I think that was how he
I
got
think
the-
he went 3 for 3 on opening day.
Yeah, but it wasn't
Good for him.
Yeah,
You love
Yeah.
random people
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
good things.
hope that he continues to do that.
The Red Sox announced some new Patriots Day jerseys, and they've gotten uniforms, not just the jerseys. They have hats too.
Well, the Patriots Day weekend.
Yeah, so it's gotten a lot of backlash online, but I for one
I love
fucking love them.
I love them.
I think they're a nice yellow and blue.
Yeah,
Remind me
when
of
I
UCLA.
When I first saw them, I was like, what?
Yeah, I think that
is
was my
the purpose
I was
of
like,
this? But, I fuck with it. I like
so
it.
it's a homage to the marathon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The finish line is the whole colors of the marathon are yellow and blue.
Yeah,
Right.
I also saw that I guess there's a Boston flag that exists, and it itself is
They also have
the
the
yellow and blue.
on their left arm sleeve. It's like the
617.
The area
617 on the runner's bib. I think.
Oh, okay,
that's what
yeah.
they're called, the runner's
Kinda
bib
like
with
the-
their numbers.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Boston's area.
I love it. I actually like him a lot. I like things new. For one, I like new
Yeah.
things, and also Luke loves it a lot because he decided to buy them.
Yeah, I got
You
a
did.
jersey and the hat.
Who'd you get? Bogarts, right?
Yeah, it
You
was
got
either
Verdugo.
Bogarts or Kike.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Bogarts.
Yeah.
decided to go with the
I
person.
would say
that-
if Verdugo was up there, I definitely would have.
yeah, no, if it was, I definitely would have as well because I already have a Bogarts jersey. It's just I
Yeah,
wanted
this
to.
But this one looks really nice. I like the hat. I know it's been heavily criticized by some, but I think
I mean, it looks exactly like the UCLA Bruins hat.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I still like it.
no.
It's
I
just
also
the Red
like,
Sox.
I
B
like
instead
UCLA's colors.
of
Yeah.
UCLA's B. So
Yeah, no, I think it's cool. You told me about this dude the other
Yeah.
day because I had no idea who
Yeah,
he was.
to
and
anyone
he's
listening-
now one of
Wait,
the.
wait.
Josh just didn't know who Shohei
I
Ohtani
don't
was.
watch
Shohei Ohtani
baseball.
is?
I literally don't watch baseball.
Yeah, but
I know the Red Sox and the Yankees. That's really it.
He
I
broke
do
onto
not-
the scene a couple years ago.
Yeah, but I
He's
don't
been
watch
playing for a
baseball.
while.
But,
Yeah,
the level of flipping out you're doing right now, but seeing him do these things were what we were doing 2 years ago.
I know. It's wild that I'm just being
It's
introduced
just
to this
he's
dude.
had Tommy John surgery since then, and he didn't
Isaac.
pitch for one of those entire seasons.
Isaac.
But
you've known about Shohei Ohtani, right?
yeah,
Wow.
he hits
Yeah,
and
just didn't even
pitches
know.
very well.
That's insane.
I know
like,
I know that
even
I know of
just-
his name. I didn't know that he did both. I didn't know that they were just
Yeah,
letting him
but,
hit and pitch at the same time.
Even
Yeah,
Because I only okay,
even in
The
sports
most-
you don't watch, you still know sort of,
not even because the most I
especially
pay
something
attention.
Like this was talked about a lot.
The
because
most I
he's
pay
the first,
attention to
two-way
baseball
player
is-
in a long
yeah.
time.
There was at the off season that he was signed. It wasn't the Angels weren't clear favorites or anything, so he could have gone anywhere. So it was wild figuring out where he's actually going, and then they're oh, the Angels are actually trying to make a team around Mike Trout. Hasn't worked out yet.
Yeah,
but
hasn't worked out.
they-
Yeah.
getting Ohtani was definitely one of those big attempts to
Yeah, no,
decided to
I
make the
just
team.
found out about him yesterday. I've heard the name, I just didn't know that he did both things. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so
I was looking at some
this-
highlights the other day,
yeah,
and I was like,
this
well, okay,
season,
this dude's actually fucking gross.
Yeah, this season in his last pitching outing, it was the first time that he actually like hit in the lineup while also pitching at the same time because American League you have DH, so he wouldn't normally, but they decided to not have the DH and then have him hit a home run in his first at bat. What was the stat on it? 115 mile per hour exit velocity.
I also
the
didn't
hardest
know
hit home run in the MLB so far.
that was a decision that someone could make.
Yeah, you can forfeit your
That
DH.
you could forfeit your DH. That's also a fun thing that I did not know about. But not a lot of
then
teams
he
do it 'cause you
also
don't have, you don't
Ohtani
have this
also
guy.
recorded the fastest pitch of any starter so far in 2021 with 100.6 mile per hour pitch.
I don't know if the exit velocity is still the hardest anymore.
At this point, it's been
Yeah,
a couple days.
I think
so
Stan broke it yesterday.
he might have.
Because
That
he
wasn't
fucking
absolute.
demolished
Wasn't
it.
What was
absolute.
it, like
Demolished the ball.
471 feet, right?
Yeah, he demolished.
So
it.
Yeah,
one
he
of
cranked that
one
one.
of the hardest hit home runs.
Yeah. At the time, it was the hardest. But, I mean, in the same game, for him to throw the fastest pitch and the hardest hit was just insane. But, yeah, I mean, just finding out about him, one of my favorite baseball players. Also, one of my favorite baseball players, which I don't know if we have in here. We do, but we'll talk about it now, I guess. Fernando Tatis had a bit of a scare yesterday.
Yeah, it's
Luke said,
still-
we were talking online, and Luke was like, Fernando Tatis is hurt. And I was like,
Then I watched it, and
bitch.
I was like,
Yeah, it was tough.
dude. But
not
The
good
way-
for baseball.
so reports are right now is that he's not scheduled to undergo season-ending surgery on his shoulder.
That's good.
That he did have some sort of I had another, let me find the exact thing. There was another there was more information released on it.
Fernando's good for baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. He's one of those people where, like, even, like I said, I don't pay attention to baseball much, but I was paying attention a little bit last year because we have the show now, and I'm trying to pay attention more this year. And fucking last year, he was one that, like, really was like, okay, I can watch baseball and enjoy it. Like, I can, because
He's a fun player to watch.
I enjoyed watching the Pirates last year.
Padres.
Padres. Don't like watching the
Yeah,
Pirates.
I was gonna
They're
say you
dog
would
water.
not enjoy watching the Pirates.
But I did enjoy watching the Padres a lot last year. And part of it was to him, and I think a lot of people who are unfamiliar with baseball were also just watching his highlights and seeing him pimp out that grand slam.
Last year
Yeah.
he became one of the new faces of baseball.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's one of the most recognizable names now. So so it came out that he has a slight labral tearing in his shoulder, which is consistent with a subluxation injury. Tatis will go on the IL. It is said that the Padres will go with the rest and rehab route and aim for a return in 10 days.
All right.
So they're
10 days.
instead of doing surgery.
Right.
What I think is going to happen is
in
they're
10
going to
days
try
they're
to
gonna
do
be like,
that.
You need surgery.
In 2 weeks from now, they're going to be saying that he's having season-ending surgery.
Yeah.
Is most
Yeah.
likely what's going to happen. They're going to try to not because
Or-
I was reading more into it. He's had shoulder issues they were aware of his shoulder issues when they signed him to this giant contract.
Yeah.
Because I mean he's had like a few in the last few years. It hasn't been to
Just
this
serious.
point
Yeah.
to the point that like he's had discomfort and stuff, and they've had to rest him for various games, but not to the point that surgery is recommended.
It was sad.
But
It was
yeah,
sad.
it's real
It's going to be
unfortunate,
sad in
and-
2 weeks when they say he's out.
yeah, I mean, hopefully he can avoid surgery. I mean, likely he'll be out for. It's not going to be out for 10 days. There's no way that he's coming back.
That for sure.
It'll be
At least a couple months.
yeah.
But we're
least.
pulling for you.
Yeah,
But
we are pulling for.
I'd love to see
Fernando.
I would love to see the Padres make a postseason run.
Yeah, me too. They're one of those teams where I'd be okay with, like,
Yeah, like if they were the National League team in the World Series, I would be completely okay with it.
correct.
I wouldn't
correct.
have a problem with it. Other than
I'm
Machado,
large,
I wouldn't have a problem
I was
with it.
gonna say the
Fuck
only thing
Machado.
from me like fully embracing the Padres is Manny Machado existing.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd prefer if Machado just.
Let's talk about.
Didn't
So
have
we
a
talked
ring.
about something that is good for baseball and how the Padres play the game. Let's talk about something bad for baseball, and that's the MLB's rules on suspensions.
Which doesn't make
and
sense.
It doesn't.
They had question. What was the thing with when didn't Joe Kelly got suspended for
for doing the
like
the
8
face,
games
yeah.
or something like
Or
that?
like the mimic face he did, which is why this dude's appeal is not going to work because Joe Kelly appealed because he said I think fuck you, and then
yeah. So
and then they were like, oh,
what
8-game
happened?
suspension.
What happened? So Jake Woodford, the pitcher on the Cardinals, he gave up a home run to Castellanos at some point, and like Castellanos like stared at it, obviously,
Mhm.
and then at some point Castellanos got hit by Woodford, and then
It's one of
there
those
was a
ones where
pass-
it's hitting
yeah.
the shoulder pad or in
Yeah,
the elbow
yeah,
pad
the
too.
elbow pad,
So it's
yep.
one of those ones where it's like I'm purposely throwing at you, but I'm not.
Yeah, it was like, don't
Yeah,
don't
it's a
stare
warning.
don't stare
It's a
at the
warning.
ball the
Whenever
next time.
whenever
do
someone's
that.
hitting the elbow pad, it's usually a warning.
Yeah. And so then later on in that inning, Castellanos scores on a wild pitch, and as he's getting up, yells in Woodford's face. I mean, I don't know exactly what he yelled,
Yeah.
but
He probably just did like or
Yeah,
some
he-
shit like
he-
that.
he
Flexed
was-
on him.
Yeah. So he stood over him and flexed on him and stuff, and then he got suspended for 2 games for that.
Which
I
is dumb,
mean,
because this
a
is
slight
this is in
fight
line with
broke
fucking
out.
NBA
They weren't
and their technical
people weren't
fouls.
fighting, but like
It
the
is.
benches
You can't
cleared.
show emotion.
But even
Yadier
fucking
Molina
like
retaliated.
when this first happened, it was all over Twitter, and everyone was like, "Oh, more of this in baseball, please! Like we
Yeah.
need all of this in baseball."
Right.
And then a day later, MLB's like, "We can't have this."
Yeah, we're actually not going to do this in baseball. You're not playing.
correct.
But
Dude wasn't
also,
fined for hitting him.
yeah, the
Yeah,
pitcher
no.
didn't have any sort of consequence at all, and he intentionally threw at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, correct.
You can
But-
fight in hockey, but can't fucking do anything else in any other
Yeah.
sport.
Yeah.
But this is something that every sport has. Football has people staying. It's one of the most disrespectful things in sports. But when you earn it, it's great to see people do
yeah,
it.
correct.
Standing over people in football is always fucking incredible to see.
Yeah.
It happens in basketball, but now
Yeah, you can
Nap
throw
techs happen.
a 95 plus mile per hour fastball at someone in the elbow, but
you
God
can
forbid
win
you
a
look at
World
somebody
Series.
wrong.
You can win a World Series by stealing signs and telling your hitters what you're gonna do.
and don't get any suspensions.
But you
Well,
can't stand
their
over
coach-
somebody.
their
Players,
coaches did.
yeah,
players
yeah,
didn't get
players
suspensions.
didn't have any sort
But
of consequence.
You can't stand over
The,
somebody.
t-
You
well,
can't-
the team lost picks and they lost money, and Hinch was.
Yeah, I guess.
They all got their own punishments, but it probably should have been worse. Like I don't know how you don't. I mean, it's kind of hard to discipline the players that
Yeah,
were
'cause
there.
you'd have to
that you
discipline
have to.
every single one.
Yep. So it's hard. It'd be too hard to
But
do that.
fines
also,
for every single player
also
would've made
they
sense.
granted them amnesty when they were asking players, like interviewing them. They said, "We won't actually like get you in trouble, but tell us what you know."
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
so if you tell us that you did something, you're not going to get in trouble for it.
Little
Like you're
plea
okay
deal.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So saying that if you tell us what you did, you won't get in trouble for it. So if they denied it and then there was proof of them doing it, they would have potentially. But
Yeah.
the players were smart and agreed, "Oh yeah, let me not lose my job or
Yeah.
get in trouble with the thing that I do for my daily job." So
But I mean,
that's what happened.
you
That was
got
kinda
you got to
good
be
elbow.
allowed to fucking show emotion in sports. Has to be done. You can't just fine a dude and suspend him for getting excited that he scored. Can't do it. Go ahead. What's the next slide? The Nationals.
The Nationals. So they had the COVID issues at the beginning of the season. I think last podcast we talked about the first game was
Yep.
canceled. So at that point, I think the next two that the entire series had been canceled at that point.
Yeah.
So the Nationals played their first game today, I believe. Juan Soto had a walk-off, so they won. But they have a lot of people that were just. I mean, it's because of COVID. That's why they're put on the IL without a designation. That's essentially what it is. But guys like John Lester, Josh Bell, Patrick Corbin, Brad Hand,
9 different players.
Jordy Mercer, Kyle Schwarber, Josh Harrison, Alex Avila. So their closer, 2 catchers, their first baseman, 2 starters, an outfielder,
That is
It's
tough.
real tough.
middle infielder. Yeah, or 2 middle infielders. So, yeah, that's tough. They brought up a bunch of random fucking people from.
I mean, you
yeah,
have to.
they have to. Yeah, so
And
that
they
was
won.
tough. And they won. Yeah,
So I
Juan
guess-
Soto's still there, and they love to
fucking
see it.
worked out.
And Jonathan Lucroy got brought up as both 2 of their catchers were down. So Jonathan Lucroy got called up, and he had, I think he had 2 RBIs today. At least I saw he started scoring for them early on.
Correct.
And I was like, oh shit, that man was just called up today. And
The MLB
doing
finally
things.
announced the big move for the All-Star Game. They're going to Coors
I
Field,
fucking
which
love it.
means
I
the home
love
run
it.
derby is going to be fucking ridiculous because these are very small
Yes.
walls.
I mean,
These
it's Coors. It's the air like it's just this is perfect. Like in terms of like them, I understand. Like if they had to move it anywhere else other than, like, obviously if it was Fenway Park, I'd prefer if it was Fenway Park because it's Fenway. Because that way I could potentially attempt to go to something if that was something that they allowed to go. Because going to an All-Star game sounds like an ideal thing because you literally see the best baseball players from the entire league that you may never get to see again. Yeah. So we get to see guys like I mean, if he was not hurt, but guys like Tatis or someone like that. They're like, when the fuck would we see a Actually, Actually, I've seen Tatis in real life. Actually, I think, but I think he was there for that game I went to in 2019. When did he make his debut? I don't know
better than I do.
I know. I don't think. I don't fucking look at it. It's gonna bother me. You guys keep talking.
But yeah, this Coors Field thing. I mean, whatever you believe about whatever fucking law, whatever. Not getting into it. All right, but. I mean, having such a small
Coors is
having such a small fucking thing is going to
Coors would be the one place that I wanted to go if it wasn't going to Fenway. Yeah. Just for that exact reason that the home run derby is going to be so fun.
Because are they ever going to allow an All-Star game at Fenway again? I think because the Green Monster has grown. It's gotten bigger since
1999, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it was 2019. Yeah,
but so fucking. Because I know, like, older pictures of Fenway, we've made the monster quite taller over the years. So I don't know if they do another home run derby there just because of how big. But I think it'd be great to have a home run derby there. And I mean, awesome. I was talking to my girlfriend about this today, how much of a love-hate relationship I have with Fenway Park. Because on one hand, there being the Green Monster is iconic. I love the Green Monster. It's a perfect sales pitch for people who want to have, seats up there. It makes the stadiums different than any others, and I love it. However, it is quite frustrating seeing someone hit off of the top. But on the contrary to that, when you're live and someone hits a home run over the it's electric. Yeah. Because that ball had to be fucking crushed for that to get over there. It's one of the best things to see live is someone hitting a home run over the monster. I think did we see anyone hit? I remember seeing...
You hate to see that Fernando Tatis was not called up yet when I went to that Padres game.
So you did not
I did not see Fernando Tatis.
Fucking straight lion.
Well, no, I mean, that was his first season. Well, I thought that was his first season. I knew I went to a game in May, so I didn't know if they brought him up at the end of the season, or like halfway like they did. I didn't know if he was there at the beginning, because it was a May game, so I probably had him down for contract reasons to get an extra year of control.
Correct. And moving on, the Yankees make one of the first moves of the season, right? Has there been many trades yet this season? I mean, in the off season, obviously that.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of since the season has started.
Yeah, in terms of mid-season.
I mean, it's only been.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that this is the first.
I don't think so.
So I'm going to say this is the first.
Could be wrong, but
move of the season.
I mean, there's minor transactions that happen all the time. In terms of like the Yankees, I think this is the first thing that they've done. Yeah, so that they traded for Rougned Odor. So Odor, one, is the dude that punched Jose Bautista in the face when they fought. And then two, I mean, right now he's just like a extra hitter on their bench that can, I mean, he can hit home runs. It's just, like, he has multiple 30 home run seasons on his belt. It's just, now he's hitting like 200.
He has an electric beard, and it is unfortunate that we are going to have to say goodbye.
I just realized that Rougned Odor is going to he's not allowed to... Yeah. I don't know what he looks like without facial hair.
Well, I guess we'll find out soon. The Yankees, of course, have a rule where they do not allow...
It's a dumb rule.
It's an anti-Red Sox rule.
I mean,
is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up Rougned Odor without a beard.
We'll see it soon.
I know, but I want to know... But, like, I don't think he's been in the league without a beard. Like, I could be wrong,
not.
But... That's like
that imagine you work your ass off.
What if he's
upset
about it?
And, like, I know you're not too mad because, like,
you making.
But this is also like this has become his look now.
Yeah,
like everyone knows him based off of his beard. It's sad.
It looks like a child.
Yes, he's going to.
The last time that he didn't have a beard, he was literally like a child.
Oh, wow, that's unfortunate. That you didn't think you didn't think about that at all?
I didn't know. That didn't even cross my mind.
That was like the first thing I thought of when I saw this and the Yankees.
I always forget about like that rule that the Yankees have.
That I always remember it because I think it's so dumb.
Always had something, and the only thing they allow you to grow is mustaches. But this dude can't grow. He's not going to be able to grow a mustache like that. It's not going to.
Has one.
Well, that's not.
He
gonna,
could. He could
it's
do
not
a
gonna
handlebar
It's not
for
going to
sure.
compare to.
Handlebar
His,
You can
mustache.
see the
Yeah.
handlebar forming. He has a
Yeah.
handlebar. He could do it.
He better do the fucking handlebar, bro. Nah, he's gonna fucking shave his face, and he's not even gonna look like Ruben Odor anymore.
Mhm.
But he's most likely more of like a bench player type guy. But he can hit home runs, and their short porch in right field does scare me a little bit
Yeah.
with him being there, because he for sure can definitely be one of those guys that just randomly hits a bunch of home runs. But
So that's about it for MLB. I mean, we're currently watching the Red Sox versus Rays game, and the Red Sox are not.
yeah, so far
Not
we didn't
doing
we,
great.
we didn't
I mean,
we haven't gone.
Glasnow's
I didn't
pitching,
talk
so-
about what actually the Red Sox have done
Yeah, did we even
since
put
the
that in here or
since the
no?
last podcast. I was just going to talk about it
Okay,
because
there you go.
we were watching it.
Makes
So after our first podcast, it was after technically it was when did that first? Yeah, it was after the first game because that
Yeah.
game was rained, or opening day was rained out, but it was the next day, but it was before the podcast. But so we lost on opening day. Lost
Then
the
we
next.
lost again.
Lost the
the
next
entire
two.
opening
Yeah,
series.
got swept
Yeah.
by the Orioles the first 3
Not
games.
what you want to say.
No. The first 2 games, our pitching looked decent. Our hitting was non-existent. The third game, our pitching was absolutely awful. Garrett Richards was absolute ass. Darwinson Hernandez was also not good.
Yeah, it was tough.
Josh Taylor was also not good. Jaden Martinez is lighting the world on fire. And we won
Yeah, he's on a
11-2
hot start.
yesterday.
We did.
Nick Pivetta threw 5
Listen.
scoreless innings.
Don't let the Sox get hot.
I
That's
was
all
gonna
I'm
say.
saying.
I was gonna say, as of yesterday, it was gonna be unfortunate to have to come on the show and talk about how bad they are. But we're not gonna have to because the Sox are back already.
They're back.
I mean, currently it's 2-1, but we got this.
Listen, Glasnow can't pitch forever.
Correct.
That is true. Once we get to their bullpen, even though their bullpen's good.
Yeah, but once they get to our bullpen as well,
Yep.
might be
I mean, it is Martin Perez.
might be an issue.
The fact that Martin Perez is still pitching in the 6th inning makes me happy.
Yeah, they just put in Brian something. I think.
Austin Bryce, yeah.
Yeah. How is he?
He was decent last year.
Who was the dude that fucking walked 2 hitters into the?
Darwinson Hernandez.
So he came in.
He's supposed to be good. Yeah, he just
Bases
didn't have
loaded,
he just didn't
came
have
in the
control. He just
could
straight up
not
couldn't
find the strike zone.
couldn't throw a strike.
Couldn't do it at all. It was embarrassing. But yeah, I mean, good to see the Red Sox.
Yeah,
win
Red Sox
games.
played good baseball yesterday.
They
It was nice.
You'll have to see it.
So moving
For
on
sure.
from the MLB, the USC had an insane fucking story this
Yeah,
past
I mean,
weekend.
Fucking wild.
Go ahead, I'll let you run
So,
through it.
Thursday's spring football practice at Howard Jones Field, their practice field. Some random dude just showed up, found some way, grabbed a jersey and a helmet. I don't know how he accessed the uniform there, but he grabbed it, walked onto the field, and just started practicing with them. Just no one.
Catching punts.
He showed up off of the street. He wanted to be a walk-on, found his way inside the and was just catching punts when someone finally wondered, like, who is this guy? He's not.
Yeah, someone
He's not on the team.
someone has to tell this dude that to walk onto a college football, you also still have to go to like school. Like you have to do the grade stuff too. I don't think you can just play college football.
You have to be enrolled in
Yeah,
the
you
school.
have to, you have to
Yeah.
enroll yourself in the school.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta.
You can't literally just walk on.
yeah,
No.
correct. No,
Yeah.
but I'm.
That's not what that
It's
means.
very
a
odd. For,
process that
it's
you
very
have to
it's
go
very
through.
odd for someone to choose a college to do this to.
Yeah.
Like, what if he just went? I mean, it would have probably been harder to get. How the fuck did he get a uniform and a helmet? And what?
I don't know.
probably.
Who
snuck
is
it.
this
I mean,
dude?
maybe
Who let this man in?
he snuck his way into the locker room while they were already out practicing.
Does he
or
look
something?
like
I don't
someone
know.
that would play football? Like, is this like?
It took them a
someone
while
that's
to
like a
figure out.
football
So I'm
build?
sure-
I mean,
no,
I'm
it
assuming,
only took
yeah.
it like he was catching punts and like he was impressing people with catching punts, and by him being good, that's when people are like, "Wait, who?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
Who
We
is
don't
this
have
guy?"
someone on this team that catches punts like that. Who is that?" And then
were
he got
they
booted.
were they like, yo, you should
No, they
you
kicked
should
him off the
enroll.
practice
You
field.
should
Yeah,
should
they
enroll
called
at our school.
security and they came and scooped him up. They're like, yeah, you can't actually.
Would have been a
do
great
I mean,
story.
yeah, that is.
You
for
know what?
sure
I don't
something
really
you're
blame
supposed
him
to do.
because I feel like we hear about these stories of people like trying to walk on a dude. Because if this worked out, it'd be fucking incredible.
It would be.
But I mean,
But,
again, you
uh,
have
go-
to show
yeah,
some
walking-
academic promise.
Yeah,
as
walking
well.
walking onto their thing and then taking a uniform and putting it on is kind of that's a
can't-
little bit different than
Yeah, you can't just. You can't do it.
So the equipment manager is fired, right? Like that dude is gone forever.
Security might be.
Security might also be
Because
gone.
How do you
if he's
not-
just sneaking into
I
the
don't know.
facility
I
like
don't-
that? It's
yeah.
tough.
It's unfortunate.
NBA news: the Raptors blew the fuck out of the Warriors the other
I think
night.
we talked about this a little bit on the show, didn't we? Wasn't it happening that day?
It might have.
But now we
It
have a stat
happened.
for it.
Yeah,
It happened.
53-point win versus the Warriors. Fourth largest win in the NBA since 2000. Granted, they didn't have their best player. The best defensive player in the history of NBA basketball, Draymond Green. Or Curry. But, it's still tough to lose by 53 points in professional basketball.
It is.
Kevin Durant is expected to return this Wednesday for the Nets versus New Orleans after missing almost 2 months with a hamstring strain. But as they're getting KD back, Harden is hurt with some, I don't remember what it was, but
that's tough.
he's
Have
gonna be
the
gone for a
three
few
of
days.
them played together yet?
I think they have, but only a handful of games.
I thought that they
'Cause
have. It was just a
KD's
while
been
ago.
out for fucking 2 months, and back then Kyrie was just missing games for whatever reason Kyrie was doing. And then, now that KD's about to come back, Harden is out with an injury. It's
Kyrie had quite
tough.
a game last night.
Yeah, he had 40 points, lit up the Knicks. Knicks almost won, though.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a close game.
It was a close game. Nets only won by 2.
If Kyrie decided that was a day to take a personal day, they would have probably lost that
correct.
game.
Also, I saw this video. Julius Randle's son was after the game, they're walking through the facility. He saw a banner of the Nets, and he was crying, saying, "I hate the Brooklyn Nets." It was funny. Drew Holiday and the Bucks have agreed to a 4-year maximum contract extension worth up to $160 million. He was their big free agent pickup in the offseason. The Celtics, they've won their last couple of games. They are looking up for now. They're actually playing the Sixers right now. It was a close game when I last checked.
How close?
But Evan Fournier,
don't tell
it's
me.
not looking good
Don't
now.
tell me it's not looking good.
It's not looking. That's unfortunate. But hey, the Celtics like comebacks.
Joel Embiid has
Whether
17
we're
points.
blowing leads or coming back from them, leads in the third quarter usually don't last very much. Fournier is able to score now, which is nice. He's been shooting pretty well from 3 past couple of games. I don't
Did
think
the Rays just hit a home run?
He's not playing right now.
Oh, okay. Any other ballpark? Yes, but
Yeah. Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
oh, he thought it was. That's
Oh,
tough. He thought it
nice.
was a home run,
You
so he
hate
kept
to
going.
see it.
And then he was like, "Oh shit." That is unfortunate.
Well, he just wasn't used to the
No, but
how
the way he,
he probably didn't expect
the way he
Cordero
looked,
to be able to
the
get
way
it as
he
fast
looked
as
when
he
that
could.
ball
Yeah.
left the bat, he stared at it for a second. He thought
Yeah.
that shit was gone. That's
That's
tough.
unfortunate.
You
There's a
hate to
guy-
play
there's
at Fenway.
There's a
You
guy
really
in
do.
third
It's
now,
tough.
though.
But yeah,
Fortunately,
Fournier is not playing tonight. I'm not sure why, but he's just not on the active roster for now. Jason Tatum is playing absolute dog shit. He's only got 5 points in the third quarter. He's 0 for 5 from 3, 2 for 9 from the field.
that's tough.
He hasn't been playing too great this season. He's just been.
Nobody has on that.
I mean,
team.
yeah. I mean, Jaylen Brown has been playing pretty solid.
Yeah, he is the leader right now. I think he has 10.
But, I mean, Jason Tatum's so inconsistent. Right now, we're 7 for 18 from 3, which isn't super terrible, I guess, but I don't know what we're doing, man. It's tough. It's tough. Joel Embiid has 17. I guess early in the third quarter, that's not something you want to see.
Yeah. Moving on from the
But
Celtics.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Big
News.
big
Big news.
huge
Oscars,
trailer drop.
Oscars,
Huge
watch out.
fucking news. Huge
Oscars,
news.
watch the fuck out right now.
Correct.
Because Space Jam 2, A New Legacy, is coming out in theaters in July 16th, I want to say. I
Yeah.
don't remember. the
Theaters
exact-
and HBO Max.
Theaters and HBO Max. LeBron and the Toon Squad are going to be facing the Goon Squad. Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard, Diana
Fucking hate you
Taurasi,
so much.
and
The Toon Squad.
Nika Aguamike are all. I mean, I think that they are called the Goon
Damian
Squad.
Lillard looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He just looks so cool in this.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Davis looks like a Frankenstein kind of build for this. Klay Thompson is like the Human Torch.
I was just
basically.
gonna say he's literally
Yeah.
the Human Torch.
Yeah, Taurasi, they kind of did her dirty with her character. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
She does. That is
They-
That's
facts.
unfortunate.
I don't know what they did, but they didn't make her.
Listen,
look
I'm
good.
gonna say something that a lot of people don't
There's
want to hear.
Darwin's and Josh.
All right, I'm gonna say
Let's
something
watch your
a
words
lot of
carefully.
people don't want to hear.
Let's chill here.
Space Jam 1 wasn't good.
Okay.
Okay? Space Jam 1 wasn't good. It wasn't a good movie. The nostalgia around it is obviously
Yeah.
for real. See, I don't know how old I was. I don't know when it came out. I don't think I was alive when it came out.
No.
But so I obviously grew up watching it. My brother loved it, so we watched it constantly.
Listen.
And I thought I liked it.
Yeah.
I watched it about 2 years ago. I had like the stomach bug or something, and I
mean,
watched it.
It is kind of like a kid's movie.
It's dog shit. Yeah, but there's kid movies that are good. The Incredibles, both
Came
the
out
Incredible movies. Are you
1996.
fucking kidding me?
1996, so we weren't.
Yeah, we were
No,
not born.
but I still Jason used to watch it all the time, so I know.
Yeah.
Like I've been
I
around.
mean, you got it. Yeah, it's also a 90s.
So I
It's
have
like-
the nostalgia feeling towards it too.
Well,
But I
yeah.
tried taking that away the last time I watched it. It's
I mean, you
not
gotta
a good
think
movie.
At the time, anything Michael Jordan was like
Yeah, it was just gonna make
fucking
money. I'm
the
worried
greatest
about.
thing on earth.
I'm worried about LeBron James's acting ability because I saw in the trailer didn't think it was that good.
I think he's acted a couple times in like over the past decade or so.
Yeah, but I think he's
had,
done
like,
small things
like, he's had-
acting
yeah, he's had
as
minor,
LeBron James.
minor roles.
Like he's had cameos as LeBron in movies. Nobody can act like LeBron. Here we fucking go. Already got one of them on the
Yeah, you already
waiting for it.
listen. You already know.
Name another athlete with a fucking Oscar. That's
Yeah.
what it's gonna be in
It is.
next year.
It is because that's just listen. There are gonna be.
Oh, so he needs a fucking godly
Yeah.
supporting cast
Yeah, he
around him to
needs-
make a good
he needs
Space Jam movie.
Super team supporting cast to fucking. I mean, to be fair, Michael Jordan also had quite. I think he had like Charles Barkley and a bunch of other people.
Yeah,
for
and
the-
and fucking
The
I mean,
stars.
what's his name saved the day in that movie. Another not an athlete. Oh, fucking Christ, he's a comedian.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, yeah,
Yeah.
Bill Murray, yeah. He had to show up and save the Toon Squad.
What
Michael's
a film.
Michael's secret stuff.
I don't even like remember Space Jam. I haven't watched it.
Well,
like,
it's not good.
It's
forever.
been deep since
It's not
I've seen
good.
it.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Gonna
I probably won't.
Gonna have to do a
rewatch.
rewatch before Space Jam: A New Legacy.
I don't know if I.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
The,
yeah.
I don't
they're all
know if
bad.
I have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you
no.
already know the
Are you
LeBron-
kidding? The Goon Squad had to. They had to build an entire super team to stop LeBron. Come on.
Yeah.
I can't fucking believe it.
You
I'm already.
know there are gonna when the Oscars come around. There's gonna be people that are like snubbed for fucking best actor.
Yeah,
You are-
correct.
and there's gonna be a few that legitimately believe that.
DiCaprio's gonna win it, and they're gonna be like, "How the fuck did LeBron not win that?" It's gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm relatively excited for this movie.
It looks like a Ready Player One kind of.
yeah, they
vibe
do
to
have
it.
a bunch. I think
And, like,
Pennywise is in the background of one thing for
They have,
some
like,
reason.
a shit ton of characters in the
For
background.
some
It's
reason, the
insane.
characters of Clockwork Orange are in it, which is not. Do you know about Clockwork Orange?
No.
They are a group of rapists. There was a movie about like clown rape, and yeah,
Oh.
they're
What?
in the background for
Ooh.
some reason.
That's
We got
What
rid of
do we-
Pepe Le Pew though, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
what are
That's-
we doing with clown
What?
rapists? That's
It was a popular movie in the
What?
80s.
that's
So
probably not something you want in your movie. This
well,
is
we got
what-
rid of Pepe Le Pew
This
though.
is Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah, but they got rid of Pepe Le Pew. No, I don't think you understand that. It doesn't matter about Clockwork Orange. They got rid of the real danger. The Red Sox are now down 3-1, which is upsetting. But I'm relatively excited for
Just
this
got out
Jam
of the
movie.
sixth though, so
Yeah, it looks
It looks good.
like it'd
They
be
should have just got
entertaining.
fucking Bronny to be the kid,
Yeah.
his son.
Yeah, they got
Also,
Bryce.
LeBron in the trailers kind of comes across like a bad dad. Like, he really like the dude. I don't want to play basketball. Yeah, but you're so fucking
but
good. You're gonna
I'm LeBron James.
Yeah,
You have to.
you're gonna play basketball.
You're gonna play basketball.
You know, not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. I hope the end of the movie isn't just like the kid finally decides to play basketball after pressure. Like, I'll be like,
you know
come
it's
on.
gonna be. It's gonna be.
Instead of like LeBron being like a good dad and being like, "No, I understand. You can do whatever you want." It's like he's still gonna end up playing basketball in the end. It's unfortunate. It really is. But the trailer looked good. I like Damian Lillard. He looked fucking awesome. I thought it
Yeah.
was so funny. It's gonna be better than the original one, I think.
Probably. I mean, yeah, there's better animation. Hopefully, better act. Well,
we'll see.
we'll see. I don't know.
We'll definitely. See.
It's gonna. It's
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
mean-
visually look better.
Well, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
in
It's a
the,
1996
in the trailer
movie
they
compared
had,
to 2021.
What's the girl bunny's name? Like
Lola Bunny?
Lola Bunny. doing the
D Wade.
the D Wade
Yeah.
alley oop. That was kind of cool.
Wasn't an alley oop though. That D Wade thing was not an alley oop. Did you think that D Wade picture was an alley oop? Look up the video right now. It's not an alley oop. D Wade passes it to LeBron and he dunks it. Did this man? Did you really think it was an alley oop this whole time?
Holy
fuck!
Hold on. Hold.
I just blew Noah's mind.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, it's not an alley
This
oop.
is Dwayne Wade alley oop to LeBron James.
Watch it.
Are you sure it's not like an off the backboard?
It's not an off the backboard. He literally passes it on the ground to him.
Are you sure?
I promise you.
YouTube, can we chill with the double ads at the beginning of your videos?
It's a 30-second video.
I don't need Liberty Mutual ads every time I try to watch one of you. Why is this a top 10 fucking... It's not what I asked for.
But no, I'm telling you, it's not a...
Hold on.
He's still looking for it. He cannot find it.
Hold on. Isaac, you should also be looking for this.
But did you look up... What did you look up? Because if you looked up alley-oop, they're going to show you the wrong picture.
So, can I exit the fucking... Yeah, because it says... Hold on. I'm so fucking confused because literally... Here.
God
No,
damn
yeah,
it, you
hold on, This is it. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
not a...
Well, why does it say fucking...
Because everyone, for some reason, misremembers it as an alley-oop, even though it clearly... he bounces it.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
just not
point
an
is
alley-oop.
they recreated the fucking...
Yeah,
the
yeah, no.
picture.
I got it.
And that was...
It was cool. That was like my
the
favorite
point.
part of the trailer.
That was the
too.
point.
Yeah.
Also, there's some people that are, like, offended that they...
Desexualize the bunny.
bunny.
Yeah.
Listen.
Did they really think that was going to be something that was happening in a movie in 2021?
Yeah, it's 2021
This
now.
is not.
They're
It's not 1996 anymore. Like that you
second
can't.
of all,
They don't do
if-
that anymore.
if you're really arguing that hard to look at a bunny,
An animated
an
bunny.
animated bunny, so you could see more of their breasts or their ass. What are you doing with your life?
This is real. I'm in a Dragon, or I've been in a couple like groups on Facebook. You know, there's groups on
Yeah.
Facebook. So I'm in the Dragon Ball Z group, and I had to leave it because they constantly are just posting like sexual memes,
Yeah.
and it's constant. And like there were some times where I've commented, I'd be like, "Come on,
Yeah.
y'all are." It's memes that like I used to send my boys in middle school.
Yeah.
That like we used to laugh about because characters having sex are so funny in middle school.
Yeah.
So and like everyone was posting it,
Right.
and I was like, y'all
But
are
this
some
is, like-
disgusting people, and I got
These are
destroyed in the comments
these are
for it.
grown adults saying like this generation is so soft because we didn't want Lola Bunny to have a large amount of cleavage hanging out of her
Yeah.
jersey.
Correct.
Yeah, like what are we doing? It's an animated bunny.
Correct.
It's
Also, how old is Lola
a bunny.
Hold on.
Yeah, correct.
Hold on, because I'm
Yeah,
about to
correct,
catch a lot of
because
fools
this is-
right now.
This is
I'm really about to expose a lot of people.
like, come on.
How many
now.
times has
Do we-
Lola Bunny's age been
Do we
searched
have
to?
to sexualize every female character? Like, it's
Why is Bing my
It's
my
a
go-to search
fucking
engine? It makes no sense.
bunny.
Correct.
It's a bunny.
Mhm.
And if you're fighting
Yeah.
fighting that hard or arguing that
her
much,
age is 31.
Oh
that's
Jesus!
wild. Is that like the age of like when the character was first created, or like the age
No,
of
it's
No,
on
she was
the
her first appearance
Looney
in
Tunes
Space
fanon.fandom.com wiki.
Interesting.
Also, Zendaya is playing Lola Bunny, or voicing Lola Bunny.
Oh, cool.
Isn't exciting?
Yeah, her birthday is October 14th, 1988.
She has like a legit.
Interesting.
All right.
So in '96 she was 12 when she was super sexualized, and people were just like,
Caught him.
wait, 88. She was 8 years old.
She
When
was
people-
8 years old in that movie,
88 to 96. That's 8 years. And she was...
and people are upset.
They were-
that she's not
Fucking
sexualized in the
clowns.
next
you
one.
guys are... I mean, you need to rethink your life. You need
How
to
is she?
reevaluate
30?
your values
Yes.
because
Yeah, she's 30.
21.
Yeah.
It is deep.
if you think
Yep.
an
She'll turn-
8-year-old animated bunny
needs to
it
be.
needs to be sexualized like that. I mean, you should probably go to therapy.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
I mean, that's fair. That's
Like,
a
you
fair.
should reevaluate your life.
Just a little bit.
Take a step back from things for a little bit. Just think about yourself. Think about your
Also, like-
values.
I made that Pepe Le Pew joke, but also
Pepe Le
same
Pew was
same thing.
a
Same
fucked up
same thing.
motherfucker.
Also, I'm not saying that he should be in the movie. I'm saying Clockwork Orange shouldn't be in the movie
Oh, yeah,
as
yeah,
well. You know
correct.
that's what I was getting at. Pepe Le Pew also
Listen,
had his
I,
issues.
I didn't really know much about Pepe Le Pew, besides the fact that he was a skunk. But like after
watching seeing
watching
some things.
scenes, I'm like, this dude was not right.
Well, that's like the hearts. The
Yeah,
hearts.
what do we-
The hearts would show up above the heads every time, but it was never. The hearts never showed up on the females.
Yeah,
head.
no.
It was always his.
yeah.
Pepe Le
He
Pew.
was
I understand.
he was not a nice guy.
And with everyone's like, oh well, they could just change his character, but then it wouldn't be Pepe Le Pew. Like his whole character arc was the fact that he was a fucking
Yeah,
insane
yeah,
person.
yeah.
I mean, just
I mean,
things you can't do in 2021.
you can't do it. Stop fighting to sexualize
8-year-old
an
buddies.
animated bunny. It's not a good look for you.
It's not.
It's really not. You're not going to win that argument.
There's way too many people defending it though.
I know. I mean, what are we doing?
There's way too many people who are very
What
upset
are
about
we-
Lola
what
Bunny
are
not
we
having.
doing?
She has children? She has grandchildren?
Lola Bunny has grandchildren.
How does she have grandchildren if she's also
She's
32?
She's
But
32.
People
okay.
listen to that.
How does
Well,
she
I mean,
she has
34.
grandchildren?
It's a bunny. And it's a
That is
cartoon
a
bunny.
fact. That is a fact.
Bunny. I mean,
How long are bunnies' lifespans?
I don't know, but does it really matter? Because it's a bunny. We shouldn't be fighting to
That is
sexualize
true.
a rabbit.
9 years. Is
And
the
Lola
lifespan
Bunny
of
is outlet. Is Lola Bunny immortal?
possibly.
Possible.
Maybe it's one of those. Maybe it's one of those. Maybe it's one of those reverse dog ear things where it's for every like 10 human years it's
Or
one bunny year something.
or hear me out. It's a cartoon and they don't kill off cartoon characters.
There has to be a conspiracy, Josh.
Certainly not from the Looney Tunes.
There has to be.
They don't have to.
So the point is,
Space Jam's gonna be good.
Space Jam's gonna be good.
Pepe Le Pew is also
They're
her
not-
ex-boyfriend.
They're not gonna go.
What the fuck?
What it says on this wiki. Yep.
What is happening?
Uh,
They're not gonna remake their movie to give Lola Bunny bigger boobs.
Yeah, it's not gonna
or
happen.
a bigger ass.
It's not gonna happen.
Or to fucking.
Nor
give 'em
should
a
it
quick-
happen.
Nor should it happen. It
No.
shouldn't. It should not. The fact that there are this many people arguing for that, saying this is like the downfall of America or society, like you really gotta take a step back.
The overreactions that we've had today.
Yeah.
Just between the trash can being so sad for America
Yeah.
and then Lola Bunny not having gigantic asses apparently also so sad for America.
Yeah.
I can't believe what we're in right now.
Yeah.
it's
I
fucking
mean,
insane.
It's a wild time right now.
It is. It is
For
an
sure.
insane time.
So, yeah, Space Jam coming out. No sexualized bunnies in this one, and that's for the better.
Correct.
And if you think otherwise, you need to take some time to figure out
Reevaluate your life.
what your values are. You need to spend time with your family.
Yeah.
For God's sake, they
Listen,
probably miss you. Jesus
Talk to a
Christ.
human being. Have some interaction. 6 feet apart.
It
We're
was-
still in
yeah,
a pandemic.
Yeah.
It was wild the amount of outrage when we
Yeah.
first.
I mean,
it's great. It's great. I
the
love.
downfall
I love
isn't. The downfall of society isn't desexualizing a bunny. It's the people fighting to
sexualize.
resexualize a bunny.
Yeah.
That's
It's great.
And
You
that's-
gotta love the world we live in.
yeah. I mean, it's tough.
I think that's about the end of the show, Noah.
Yeah.
You want to run through your normal spiel?
Yeah. You can find us at jnlsportshow.com. All of our social media at the top. We got Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. If you're watching, like, subscribe, ring that bell, comment what you like, what you didn't like, what you want to see, all that stuff. And scroll down on our website. You'll find all the platforms that you can listen to all 60 of our episodes. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and the rest of them. Luke, you got any closing remarks?
Don't let the socks get hot.
Don't
Also,
let the socks get hot.
I just watched Tyler Glasnow strike out Christian Vasquez to end the 6th, which is unfortunate. But he's at like 97 pitchers now, so there's a good chance that he's taken out. So don't let the Sox get hot because they're only down by 2.
Correct.
We love to see it.
Because they obviously can't hit Glasnow, but that's understandable because he's Glasnow.
He is Glasnow,
So-
and he's nasty.
Love to see that.
You do.
I
love
would
to
be
see it.
surprised if they set him out for another inning at 97 this early in the season.
Yeah.
And you're up 3-1. I don't know. You got to go to a different guy. So hopefully they bring someone else out. But yeah, don't
We'll
let
see.
Sox get hot. That's
That's
got any words, Josh?
I'm looking at Tom Brady posted a thing because he was at Disney World today for his Super Bowl
oh
thing.
yeah.
And he said, I honestly just keep playing for the free trips to Disney World. And everyone in the comments is like, oh, it must be nice to go there for free with your millions of dollars anyway. Win a fucking Super Bowl then if you want to go to Disney for free. Put in some fucking work.
Yeah.
All right,
I
Jesus
know.
Christ.
The man won the
Jesus.
championship for the job that he has.
Yeah,
Why are you
Jesus
upset?
Christ.
Like, why are you upset about it?
Listen, big companies do that.
Like
for
he earned
people
it.
That,
Like he did
that work
things
well.
as an athlete. Like he
Well,
physically.
also, there's literally,
like
there's
my
literally one person in the
there-
world right now that can say that they were the quarterback for the 2021
that is-
Super
yeah.
Bowl champ. There's one person.
yeah.
Like, listen, if you work for like a somewhat big company, like there are companies out there that pay for company trips if you do well in your job.
Yeah.
Like mine. Like if I am successful enough, there is a company trip at the end of the year. It's a thing that companies do. The NFL is a company, one that's very, very rich,
And in partnership,
with
Disney.
And Tom Brady is
Weird.
a quarterback that has won 7 Super Bowls.
The only person in the world that can say that he led or that was a quarterback on the team that won a Super Bowl this year.
yeah,
The
starting
only
quarterback.
person. Yeah, starting quarterback.
Or multiple quarterbacks.
Okay,
on
so
the
the only
roster.
person that can say that he was the active quarterback that
Correct.
played. So let's fucking relax, all right? Yeah, he has millions of dollars, but yeah, he's better at his job than you are at yours. So
yeah,
that's really the way to sum it up. That's I think the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got anything to say? You said the rock.
Yeah,
don't let the Sox get hot.
Yeah, we already went through that.
Got it.
Don't let the Sox
oh
get
my
hot.
God,
Closing remarks.
isn't he new?
Yeah,
Didn't we-
that's
Okay.
the Japanese.
Hirakazu
really
Sawamura.
Can't wait to see him play.
Sawamura.
All right, guys, that's the end of the show, and thank you for listening. And we will see you guys on Friday.